Hi, welcome to the next Blender tutorial. So I'm going to be showing you how to make kind of a 1970s lamp. I've been looking on Pinterest and this has been coming up quite often. So I thought I'd have a go at making it for you guys today and teaching you how to do it. So we're going to go ahead and start with a circle from the mesh drop down. We're going to go scale and then we're going to go to edit mode. We want to press F to give this a face, and we're going to go E for extrude just slightly, and we're just going to scale out just slightly to make a slight bevel on the bottom. Now I'm going to split my screen in half. Oops, we don't want to do that bit. Come on, there we go. Right, so I'm just going to press 1 on the number pad right here so you guys can see kind of a side view of what's going on whilst I work on the 3D view. So we're going to start with E for extrude. I'll just bring it up, E for extrude just slightly, and we're just going to slightly come in, and then E for extrude, slightly come in again, and then we're just going to go straight up. At this point we can kind of pull this in just slightly, and then we're going to go E for extrude. We'll scale this outwards just again, and then E for extrude again, scale outwards, E for extrude, E for extrude, and then we're going to go E for extrude and then scale in. Sorry if I'm going a bit too fast here, I'm so used to going like so quickly. So E for extrude in the middle, and this is just kind of a made up kind of 1970s inspired lamp. So we're just going to bring this up just to here, E for extrude again, and then just bring it in, E for extrude, and this is where your bulb's going to sit. So we're just going to take this part and we'll scale it outwards, and then we'll come back. Oops, sorry, just get back on that one. E for extrude again, and then we'll just scale this one inwards. E for extrude, don't move it, and then scale inwards, and then just come down just slightly so we can see on the x-ray there's this little bevel that's going on the inside. So this part right here, if we go to object mode, we're going to shade smooth, come into your materials right here, new, and then we're going to make this a gold colour, so we're going to go metallic up, roughness down. If you haven't already, change your render engine to cycles, and this is what we should have. So the light's not great on here, so I'm just going to go to the light right here, I'm going to change it to a sun, see if that makes any difference, and then I'm going to add a plane underneath so we can just scale it out, and now we can see the shine on it as we do so. So I'm just going to tone down the sun a little bit because I think it's a little bit too bright, so I'm just going to go with 50. Actually no, we'll go with 5. So this right here, we can go to material and we can add a little bit of roughness to it if you want to, or you can take that away. Totally up to you. So we've kind of got this very gold looking piece right here. What we want to do is go ahead and add, we'll go with a cylinder, press G, bring it up, and we're just going to scale this up very nicely. So with the cylinder itself, what you want to do, go into edit mode. We want to take this top face right here, and we're just going to shrink it in. And I'm just going to go ahead and delete that face. And then take the bottom one and go ahead and delete that one. Press A to select everything, E for extrude, keep it where it is, and then we're just going to scale outwards. So now we have this nice little lampshade that's going to sit on top. So take this, shade it smooth. We're just going to scale this down, and then we'll scale this up just slightly. I think that's a bit too big. And then we'll place this just here, so it's almost like this kind of bottle type lamp that we've got. So once we've got all of this, let's go into the materials tab. So Before we go into the materials tab, I'm just going to take a icosphere, press G, bring it up, and we'll just elongate it just slightly, make it a little bit bigger. So this will be our light bulb. So obviously we're not going to see this inside of the piece, so it can just be an icosphere the way that it is. So go to your materials tab, press new, come down to your principled BSDF, and we're going to go to emission, and we're just going to turn this up. So I'm just going to remove this sun just for the moment. We can replace it afterwards. So now you'll see that we have a light, so we can actually turn this light down. Oops, I think I got the wrong one there. So if we look at this light right here, let's go to the icosphere for 1 second. We can turn the light down and we can turn the light on. So with this shader right here, we kind of want to almost make it glow, but we also want this transparency as well. So we're going to go with roughness, bring it up, and we're just going to go alpha and just bring the alpha down just slightly so that it glows a little bit, and obviously it's got that little bit of see-through going on. So with this particular lamp we can also change the colours, so we can have a red lamp if you wanted to, and you get that lovely glow from the outside. Also I would say subsurface, you could use a little bit of subsurfacing with this. You could also use a little bit of transmission, so you've got that nice little glow coming off the lamp itself, and you could turn up the alpha in theory. So the alpha's all the way up and your transmission is just slightly up as well, so we can take that down, we can make it full, and you've got that nice little glow coming from the lamp. So yeah, that's the 1970s kind of bottle lamp that I've been looking at Pinterest, that's come up a few times. Yeah, if you like this tutorial, please like, subscribe, and all that jazz. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.